A very good evening. Welcome to Prime TV News on Friday, the 20th of September, with me, Iftiar Abdul Qadir. Your headlines first. Railway workers are on Work to Rule campaign. Commuters are permitted to travel in trains without tickets. President gives evidence at the Parliamentary Select Committee. Prime Minister says the special cabinet meeting was summoned at the request of the President. Fresh global TV advertising campaign to boost Sri Lanka tourism goes live on CNN. And on News Overseas, thousands gather for climate march in Australia. Railway employees embarked on a Work to Rule campaign from midnight yesterday. This trade union action has been launched based on many issues, including speed limits. As a result, commuters are experiencing various hindrances. Facilities have been accorded for the commuters to travel in trains without tickets. Train services along the main line have been disrupted after rail signals had malfunctioned between Maradana and Colombo Fort. The Railways Department said that trains have been unable to travel towards Maradana and had to stop at the railway station next to Maradana. Accordingly, the department observed that trains departing from Fort and heading towards Maradana were facing delays. Meanwhile, state intelligence has informed the government that a number of trade union actions, protests and demonstrations will be organized targeting the presidential election. Intelligence reports indicate that a major political party and the trade unions affiliated to it are behind the trade union action. Intelligence reports further indicate that their intention is to organize a protest, demonstration or an anti-government campaign in the city of Colombo every day. According to intelligence reports given to the government, the trade unions and the leaders of the trade unions who are leading the protests as well as the strikes have been heavily financed by these political parties. President Maithripala Sirisena gave evidence before the Special Parliamentary Select Committee appointed to inquire into the Easter Sunday attack at the Presidential Secretariat. Chairman of the Select Committee, Deputy Speaker Ananda Kumarasiri said that all members of the committee were present on the occasion. The President consented to testify before the committee and accordingly it took place. It was not opened to the media. Yesterday, the talk of the town was the cabinet meeting that was held. Joining in a function held at Mirigama today, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that this cabinet meeting was held at the request of the President. The Prime Minister was speaking at the launch of construction work on the new trilingual school in the Mirigama area. Speaker Karujaya Surya, Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam and many people's representatives joined in the occasion. It has been decided to name this trilingual school as the Don Stephen Vidyalaya in honor of independent Sri Lanka's first Prime Minister D.S. Senanayake. This is the second trilingual mixed school to be built under the program. The nearest school is the best school. The government will spend 1,141 million rupees on this school, which is to come up on a 12-acre block of land and is due to be vested in the students next year. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that parliamentary democracy was protected due to the initiatives taken by Speaker Karujaya Surya. He said that many initiatives had been taken to protect the independence of the parliament and safeguard democracy with the support of everyone, including the civil society. Independent commissions are operative due to the interest shown by the Speaker. He said he is aware of the activities discharged by the Speaker in the Constitutional Council. He also did not take any action to betray the Parliament during the 52-day period. He had also taken the initiative of abolishing the executive presidency. Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam and Chairman of the Mirigama Pradeshya Sabha, Udeni Vijayaratne, also spoke. Minister Sajith Premadasa has called on the people to join hands with him to provide a better standard of living to every citizen. The handing over of cement to 634 families within the Suryavava Divisional Secretariat Division, parallel to the Samata Savana Mobile Service Program, took place under the patronage of Minister Sajith Premadasa. The expenditure incurred on it was 9.5 million rupees. A group including State Minister Dilip Vedarachi joined in the occasion. Minister Sajith Premadasa said that the people are getting an opportunity to give a pledge on behalf of the future of the country. The people should decide what sort of a country is to be bequeathed to the future generation. A strong and developed motherland should be bestowed on the future generation. He said that they could do all this. He said that he wished to pledge that at the forthcoming turning point in November, they should join hands and move together towards a new era. Parliamentarian Kavinda Jayawardena has said that reports published on yesterday's special cabinet meeting are false. Joining in a media briefing, he said that the cabinet meeting was summoned by President Maithripala Sirisena. Kavinda Jayawardena said that it is the president who summons the cabinet and acts as the head of the cabinet. As such, it is the president who had constitutionally summoned this cabinet meeting. The parliamentarian said that when queries were made from the Prime Minister, he said that the President spoke to him over the phone and announced his consent to abolish the executive presidency. As such, it is clear that the President is the person who had contributed to this incident. He said that it was his necessity to summon the cabinet and discuss the abolition of the presidency. You're watching Prime TV News, and still on the local scene, Minister P. Harrison has emphasized that action will be taken to increase the price of paddy by January next year. He laid this emphasis after calling on the Malvatta and Asgiriya Mahanayakas. The minister arrived at the Sri Dalada Maligava and paid homage to the sacred tooth relics. Thereafter, he called on the Malvatta and Asgiriya Mahanayaka Theras and apprised them of the Alut Sahal Mangalyaya to be held at the Sri Dalada Maligava on the 2nd of next month. Thereafter, expressing views to the media, Minister P. Harrison said that it is a known fact that the price of paddy was not increased for several years. They intended to increase the price from this Yala season. But harvesting has almost been completed and the farmers sold their yield at a price higher than they expected. As such, the minister said that they expect to gazette the price increase before the next Maha season and put it into effect from January next year. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna has handed over the deposit on behalf of its presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa today. SLPP Secretary Sagara Karyavasam paid the deposit at the Elections Commission. Several parliamentarians joined in the occasion. 5 Pakistani nationals were sentenced to life imprisonment yesterday for smuggling heroin into Sri Lanka. Among them was a woman. These Pakistani nationals were accused of smuggling heroin into Sri Lanka, possession of heroin and drug racketeering. They pleaded guilty to the 3 charges filed against them by the Police Narcotics Bureau. Accordingly, the Negombo Magistrates Court sentenced them to life imprisonment. The petition seeking to suspend the Alpitia Pradesh Sabha elections has been fixed for September 24th by the Supreme Court. 3 residents of the Alpitia area had filed the petitions claiming that the date for the poll had been decided without convening a meeting of the Elections Commission. The petitioners mentioned that the holding of the elections based on the 2017 electoral lists is unconstitutional. A fire that erupted in a textile shop in the Vattala area has been extinguished. Meanwhile, 16 estate houses in Muskelia have been gutted down by another fire. The fire erupted in the three-storied textile shop situated near the Hekitha junction. The Vattala police took immediate action and got down 2 fire brigades of the Vattala Urban Council and a fire brigade truck of the Valisara Naval Base and succeeded in dousing the fire. The cause for the fire is not yet known. There was traffic congestion along the Colombo-Negombo main road due to the fire that erupted in Vattala. Meanwhile, 16 houses were gutted down by a fire that erupted in a row of houses in the Stockholm estate in Muskelia. There were altogether 28 houses in this row. The fire was doused with the support of the estate workers. 150 members of 28 families are displaced as a result of the fire. The Department of Meteorology expects a considerable increase in the rainy condition within the next few days. It forecasts a heavy rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters at certain places. The Met Department further said that during thunder showers, temporary strong winds may be experienced and the seas may become rough. The officer on duty at the Met Department said that an increase in the rainy condition is expected in the next few days. Showers or thunder showers will occur in western, Sabaragamuwa, southern, central and northwestern provinces. A heavy rainfall of about 100 millimeters can be expected at some places. Several spells of showers will occur in Anuradhapura, Jaffna and Mannar districts. At the same time, showers or thunder showers may be experienced in the Uva province and Ampara, Batticaloa and Polonnaruwa districts after 2 p.m. Heavy rains of about 50 millimeters are expected at some places. The public are requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning. Moving on to business news. Former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Dr. W.A. Vijayawardena has said that the central bank is constantly watching the economy of the country. He made this reference at a lecture under the theme Independent Central Bank. Central Bank Governor Dr. Indrajit Kumaraswamy and several others were present on the occasion.
The bank has to appreciate the role of the government and the government has to appreciate the role of the central. So it is like just like the relationship between the husband and wife. They have to work together. They have to join together for a purpose, for the welfare of the country, and they have to work together. And the central bank job is the job of a good wife. To get the husband to realize what the danger and the risk of defying what the central bank says. It should be accountable to the nation.
For more information, visit www.itnews.lk. Do join us once again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. for more of the very latest on Prime TV News. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.